It's time for Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Warrior Softball is brought to you by the Cloverbell Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior Softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. It's time now for Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports, and WausauAreaSports.com. And good afternoon, everyone. It always helps if you have all the buttons pushed in. Welcome to Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. As today, it is the Wausau West Warriors playing host to the Pacelli Cardinals from Wausau West High School. I'm Chad Holmes. It's been a terrific week so far for Wausau West. Warriors on Tuesday came from behind. Taylor Defner, a couple of home runs, helping the Warriors pass the Stevens Point Panthers in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup by a score of 7-6 down in Stevens Point. And then yesterday, another conference win for the Warriors as they were able to hold off Wausau East by a score of 4-1. So the Warriors a chance for a 3-0 week. They are 6-6 overall. Now they are 2-2 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Their opponents today, Pacelli, they are an outstanding program. They have been at the state tournament numerous times in recent years. In fact, just last year, they made it all the way to the state championship game in Division 4. And they lost in the state title game by a score of 1-0. And this season, the Pacelli Cardinals are 4-2, and they are 3-0 in the Central Wisconsin Conference. They did have a similar opponent as Wausau West already, as Pacelli lost to DC Everest, I should say, by 1 run, 8-7 earlier this season. And of course, the Warriors here at Wausau West lost to DC Everest as well by a score of 9-6. But here for Wausau West, again, a great opportunity against a terrific opponent to wrap up a perfect week. We'll talk about the games this week and the opponent today with the head coach of the Wausau West Warriors, Jamie Hughes, coming up next. It is Wausau West taking on Pacelli High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Wausau West Warrior High School Softball continues on Wausau Area Sports as today the Warriors in a non-conference game, but against a perennial power. Pacelli comes here to Wausau West. Along with head coach Jamie Hughes, I'm Chad Holmes. And coach, nice win, and nice wins, I should say, this week. They'll be 2-0 this week. I want to start with the game on Tuesday because just, again, I was not there, but just in terms of the story of the game, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Everest game, except your team was able to come back and win the game because it was a 4-1 lead both times. Yep. Everest had the big inning, Smash had the big inning, but for your girls to come back and win that game Tuesday had to be just an incredible lift in order, number one, to get a big W, but also learn how to win. And we talk about habits, and that's got to be a great habit to try to develop.
Absolutely. We talk about the right timed hits, and so they actually came through perfectly for us. I think our defense was on fire too, because at the beginning of the game we had they had the bases loaded, and we stopped them from scoring. So that was a big confidence builder that they could hold Spash's bats at bay as well. And then we got the right timed hits, got people on, got them in. So they were on cloud nine. Great day.
And I want to ask you about the bottom of the seventh, because it's a one-run game. And again, to close out the game, those are the hardest outs. What was the mindset? What did maybe, I don't know if you say anything, or just what was the feeling? Because, boy, I mean, to be in that position, how many times does a team like Spash score twice in the bottom of the seventh against anybody? What was the mindset going into that last at-bat for Stevens Point?
I flat out said, hey, if they earn it, they earn it. And if we can do anything about it, though, that's our job to stop them right now. The girls are always nervous and timid, and you're trying to calm them down. But that's the way the game goes to me. When another team earns it, it's okay. You can accept it a lot better. And I think that just allowed them to, again, play freely. They had plenty of errors, but they also knew that they could come together and make the outs. So that was the biggest conversation, is let them earn it or it's our game.
Then yesterday, you play Wausau East, and boy, the Jacks gave you everything you could handle. It was like, the way you've been swinging the bats recently, it surprised me to see you get only 3 hits. But again, it just shows that each and every day you got to come out there and have that same mentality and to be able to execute at the same level. And obviously, Wausau East must have played very well.
Yeah, they had a hard time adjusting to Bodner. To me, that's what we talked about. You got to adjust quickly in the game, and we didn't quite do that. And then when they finally did, we were drilling it right at them. So very close game, exciting, crosstown rivalry. But I'd say that's our biggest takeaway, adjusting, because we see so many different kinds of pitchers.
And today, great opportunity. Number one, to play a team like Pacelli, a program like Pacelli that's done so very well over the years. But also, number two, to be 3-0 this week. That would be a great way to go into the weekend, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. We were really excited to get Pacelli back on our schedule last year, and now having that relationship, we hope to continue playing them. But yeah, I love competition. That's how you get better. So we're excited about this game too.
And finally, been a great week. What are the things again today that you want to see from your team? Because just talking to you, I mean, there's always those things, but again, it's trying to build block by block by block. What are some of the blocks you want to build here today?
I want them to get loud on the field. That's probably the thing I'm on them at practice about. Even if you say it wrong, I don't care. I want you to communicate more on the field on defense. They have great aura with each other, and they don't get down on each other, but we need some leaders to step forward and start talking real loud, middle defense especially, and communicating outfield to home plate.
Best of luck today.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Warriors, Jamie Hughes, will come back, have the starting lineups and the first pitch. This is Wausau West Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics.
Ball matchup between the Pacelli Cardinals and the Wausau West Warriors. Wausau West High School.
And welcome back. Chad Holmes here from Wausau West High School as we are getting set for today's non-conference softball matchup between the West Warriors and the Pacelli Cardinals. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the Pacelli Cardinals, 4 wins and 2 losses overall. They are 3-0 in the Central Wisconsin Conference. Leading things off and playing center field is Caden Nelson. Batting second is their left fielder, Grenna Hinker. Haley Krzyzewski is the shortstop, batting third. Amelia Martini will be the starting pitcher, hitting fourth. Ella Van Order, the catcher, bats fifth. Avery Waverick is their right fielder, hitting sixth. Ella Tess, the second baseman, hits seventh. Vivian Barrow, the third baseman, hits eighth. Peyton Zadroik is at first base, hitting ninth. Again, for the Pacelli Cardinals, Caden Nelson, Grenna Hinker, Haley Krzyzewski, Amelia Martini, Ella Van Order.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 27,
Avery Wavernick, Ella Tess, Vivian Barrow, Peyton Zadroik. For the Wausau West Warriors, leading things off and playing second base is Brianne Bushong. Jaden Elke is the shortstop, batting second. Taylor Defner will play third base, hits third. Jaden Kalbus, the catcher, bats fourth. Taylor Murkowski is the first baseman, hitting fifth. Claire Schultz, center fielder, bats sixth. Brooklyn Kalmus, left fielder, hits seventh. Caitlin Butler, the designated player, hitting eighth. Jenna Gravine is in right field, hitting ninth. And Nora Hintz is the starting pitcher today, and she is not in the batting order. She's been replaced by the designated player. So again for Wausau West, Brianne Bushong, Jaden Elke, Taylor Defner, Jaden Kalmus, Taylor Murkowski, Claire Schultz, Brooklyn Kalmus, Caitlin Butler, and Jenna Gravine. Head coach of Pacelli is Ann Molsky. Head coach of the Wausau West Warriors is Jamie Hughes.
Batting second to shortstop, number 11.
We are going to take one final timeout and then come back and have the first pitch. It is Wausau West taking on Stevens Point Pacelli High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
On Thursday, the Wausau West High School softball team will play host to Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. Hear all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 and the first pitch set for 4:30. Wausau West softball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Clover Belt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matt Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rip Mountain Financial Group. It's Wausau West hosting Wisconsin Rapids in high school softball. Thursday, starting with the pregame show at 4:15, first pitch at 4:30 on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, and WausauAreaSports.com. Chad Holmes again from Wausau West High School as we are set for softball as the Wausau West Warriors take on the Pacelli Cardinals. Thanks to our sponsors of Wausau West Warrior High School Athletics here on Wausau Area Sports, including the Clover Belt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Visit CCU's new branch in the Bayman Professional Building in Mosinee across from the Mosinee Airport. Also thanks to our sponsors, including Rocket Industrial. Thanks to Ryan and the entire crew over at Rocket Industrial for their continued support of our broadcasts of Wausau West High School Athletics. Also would like to thank as well Matthew Meyer and Weld Riley. Matthew Meyer from Weld Riley, and terrific support from him and Weld Riley for our broadcast here today as well. Well, the Warriors, again, 6-6 overall. Warriors are 2-2 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Again, a very good week. That 7-6 win in Stevens Point on Tuesday. Again, a game where the Warriors got a home run, a two-run shot from Taylor Defner in the top of the seventh inning to earn the W. The Pacelli Cardinals, they come in with an overall record of 4 wins and 2 losses. And they are 3-0 in their conference, the Central Wisconsin Conference.
Top of the first inning for the Cardinals, the center fielder number 14, Caden Nelson.
So heading to the plate for the Pacelli Cardinals is Caden Nelson to get things underway. Left-handed batter, and today Nora Hintz in the circle for Wausau West. Boy, both Hintz and also Caitlin Butler have been pitching very well for the Warriors. Butler went yesterday in that 4-1 win against Wausau East. Here's the Rock in the first pitch of the game. A little bit up and out of the strike zone for ball one. So underway here from West. Again, overcast, a little bit chilly. Wind pushing across from the left field foul pole to the right. Pitch is in the artificial dirt, and that is ball two. Outfield for the Warriors. Brooklyn Kalmus in left field. Claire Schultz in center. Jenna Gravine in right. We'll give you the infield D in just a moment. 2-0 pitch. There's a liner to second base, grab by Brianne Bushong for out number one. So one up and one down for Pacelli. And Grenna Hinker will step to the plate. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Rises up and out of the zone for ball one. Glad you're spending part of your Friday late afternoon with us. Of course, if you have not already done so, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and our page. Pitch is down low for ball two. Wausau West baseball team and also in action today. They are over in Eau Claire, taking on Eau Claire North in a doubleheader. Try to get you scores of that one. 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball towards second, off the mitt of Bushong into center field for a base hit. Went to her right, tried to backhand it, well hit ball by Hinker. First hit of the game. That will bring up the number 3 hitter in the Pacelli order, Haley Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski hitting .438 so far this season. Has no home runs and 8 runs batted in. Pitch is up and away, taken for ball one. So hitting the ball very well early is the Pacelli shortstop. Nora Hintz toes the rubber, looks in, has the sign and the target. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Drops down low, bounces off of home plate. Infield D for the Warriors. Taylor Defner at third base, Jaden Elke at shortstop. Brianne Bushong is at second base. Taylor Murkowski at first. Jaden Kalmus is the catcher. 2-0 pitch. There's a roller third base side. Scooped up there by Defner. Goes to second, but thrown into right field. So all hands are safe. Backing it up was Jenna Gravine in right. That will be an error on the Warriors. And now runners on first and second with one out for Pacelli.
Now batting the pitcher, number 18, Amelia Martini.
Be a fielder's choice and an error. And now Amelia Martini, the cleanup hitter, and the pitcher today for Pacelli will step in. Martini hitting an even .500, has 8 hits and 16 at-bats so far this season. Has hit 1 home run and has driven in 8. So a dangerous hitter here for Pacelli. Right-handed batter will settle in. Nora Hintz looks in. She's ready. Here's the rock and the pitch. There's a chopper third base side. It'll be a foul ball. Backhanded by Taylor Defner, but in foul territory. Strike one. Early opportunity for Pacelli. Slightly open stance from the right-handed box. 0-1 pitch. Bounces in there. Blocked nicely by Jaden Kalmus. Evens up the count at 1-1. Outfield playing very deep. All 3 outfielders almost to the warning track. There's a high fly ball, right center field. Going way back, and it will be called for, and a collision between Gravine and Schultz. Gravine holds on, gets it to the infield. Boy, oh boy, you saw both Claire Schultz and Jenna Gravine going towards the gap in right center field. Gravine was able to get her mitt on it, hold on, and now runners on the corners. And 2 outs for Pacelli. Tagging at second, advancing 60 feet was Hinker. So a chance now for Nora Hintz to get out of this frame. Ella Van Order, the catcher for Pacelli, and their number 5 hitter will step in. .357 batting average for Van Order. No home runs as he's driven in a team-high 9. Pitch is low and inside for ball one. Just underway, top half of inning number 1. Still no score. Right-handed batter waits. The right-handed thrower, Nora Hintz, delivers. Drops down low, a tad inside as well, and that's ball 2. Well, Hintz, 4 of the 5 batters she has seen here in this first inning. She has fallen behind in the count 2-0. That is very dangerous against a good hitting team like Pacelli. 2-0. There's a ground ball past the pitcher. At second, Bouchon bobbles, now grabs, fires the first, and that will not be in time. And that will allow a run to come in and score. It was not a hard hit ball. That was going to be a tough play either way. But it was down as an error, and that bobble coming in to score was Hinker, and it's 1-0 Pacelli. Runners now on first and second for Avery Wawrzyniak. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Nora Hintz winds and deals. And that's right down the chute, taken for strike 1 called. Wawrzyniak is hitting .417, no home runs and 6 runs batted in. 1-1. Catches the inside corner at the knees for a called strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Hintz has the sign quickly. She's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for Pacelli in the top of the first inning. They do push 1 run across. 1 run on 1 base hit, a pair of errors, and 2 runners left on base. And a 1/2 inning. Pacelli 1, Wausau West coming to the plate. This is Wausau West Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau Area Sports is more than play-by-play broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Go to WausauAreaSports.com for the latest news and information involving our high school sports teams, including Wausau West, Newman Catholic, DC Everest, Wausau East, Marathon, Mosinee, and more. It's all at WausauAreaSports.com. Also, you can contact us there. If you have story ideas or questions, just go to WausauAreaSports.com and to the contact section. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest information on where we are and what we're covering. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so you miss none of the action. Wausau Area Sports on YouTube, at WausauAreaSports.com, on Facebook and Instagram. The Wausau area's newest source for information and play-by-play of high school sports. Wausau Area Sports. Bottom half of inning number 1, Wausau West coming to the plate.
Number 1, Brianne Bouchon.
Top of the order for the Warriors. Brianne Bouchon comes to the plate, followed by Jaden Elke and Taylor Defner. Outstanding freshman for the Warriors, right-handed batter, up against Amelia Martini. Here's the pitch. Up and away on a fastball for ball 1. Number 1 on the back of the jersey for Brianne Bouchon. Slightly open stance. Martini toes the rubber. She's ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Putting down the fingers, Ella Van Order now setting the target. 2-0 pitch. Up and out of the strike zone for ball 3. Pacelli, outfield. Brenna Hinker is in left field. Caden Nelson in center. Avery Wawrzyniak in right. Give you the infield D in just a moment. 3-0 pitch. Misses inside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to begin the Wausau West bottom of the first inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Jaden Elke.
And as you hear, that is Jaden Elke coming to the plate for Wausau West. Warriors shortstop. Warriors trying to get that one run back and maybe more here in the bottom of the first. There's a fastball inside corner for strike one called. No balls and one strike. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive into left field for a base hit. Stopping at second is Brianne Bushong, and the Warriors get their first base hit of the game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Taylor Defner.
And Taylor Defner comes to the plate next. Defner had that massive game on Tuesday against Stevens Point. Pair of home runs, one in the fifth, one in the seventh. The one in the seventh turned a one-run deficit into a one-run win for the Warriors. Pitch misses up and away, and that's ball one. Right-handed batter, as we like to say when we see the number 13, no worry about any sort of superstition. Martini's pitch. There's a square round, misses inside, runner on the move, and nobody at third base, and it turns into an easy stolen base for Brianne Bushong. Advancing to second is Elke. The square around pushed the third baseman Vivian Bear up to charge, and not covering at the bag was the shortstop Krzyzewski, and there was just nobody there. And now the Warriors have runners on second and third and nobody out. 2-0 pitch, way up and out of the strike zone, and that's ball three. Very tough start here early on in the first inning for Amelia Martini. 3-0 pitch. Right down the chute, and I think that Taylor Defner was taken all the way, but I think she wishes she was swinging because that pitch was right there on a tee, and the count goes to 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runners wait. Martini rocks, deals. Swing and a miss. Big cut that time by Taylor Defner, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stepping out for a moment, now back in. Martini. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses away on a fastball. Base on balls will load up the bases for the Warriors, but nobody out. And catcher, cleanup hitter, Jaden Kelmus coming to the plate.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Jaden Kelmus.
Jaden hit a home run in the game against Stevens Point. In fact, it was back-to-back with her and Defner in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Off the mid of the catcher, breaking is Bushong, and she will score. A pass ball will put the Warriors on the board, make it 1-1. The other 2 runners also advanced 60 feet on the play. So now, second and third, nobody out. Run in for the Warriors. 1 ball and no strikes on Kelmus. Here's the pitch. Catches the inside corner for a called strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, still nobody out. Martini has the target. Here's the pitch. Rising fastball ends up and out of the strike zone, and the count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners wait on second and third. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball pulled foul on the third base side. Count evens, 2-2. Taylor Murkowski, the Wausau West first baseman, waits on deck. Martini again stares in. She's ready. 2-2. Fouled straight back to the screen. Good cut by Jaden Kelmus, but count stays at 2-2. 1-1 score. Bottom half of the first inning. Martini again is ready. Here's the pitch. Change of pace. Liner into left field for a base hit. 1 run is in. Second runner being waved around. Sliding in safely. Heading to second is Kelmus, and she'll slide in as the throw is dropped. So it's a 2 RBI hit for Jaden Kalmus, and the Warriors take a 3-1 lead.
Bang the first baseman, number 8, Taylor Murkowski.
Change of pace that time by Martini, and waiting back very nicely was Jaden Kalmus. Boy, he kept the hands back and then hit it on the screws into left center field for that base hit.
Courtesy run for the catcher, number 14, Ruby Thurs.
So we'll get a courtesy runner here for Wausau West. Ruby Thurs will do the running. A 3-1 lead here in the first inning for the Warriors. And still nobody out and another runner in scoring position. Now home plate umpire is walking to the first base dugout to make sure everybody knows everything that's happening here. So Taylor Murkowski now steps in right on top of home plate from the right-handed batter's box. Amelia Martini deals. Checking her swing on that high fastball is Murkowski, and it's ball 1. Thurs waits on first. Here's the rock and the 1-0. There is a big cut, but pulling it foul into the parking lot. Takes a bounce and then a little bit of a ding off one of the vehicles down the third base side. Count evens up at 1-1. Here's Martini. Rocks, deals. Change of pace, a pop-up, and the pitcher in the circle. Martini will make the call and make the grab for out number 1. Well, that time the changeup worked for Amelia Martini. Runner remains on second for center fielder Claire Schultz.
Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Claire Schultz.
Claire stands towards the front of the right-handed batter's box, waves the bat, hands near the right ear hole. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt and pushes it foul for space side. Strike 1. Very interesting start in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. You got 6 schools in the league, 5 of which are 500 or better. And nobody is undefeated. We're only 4 games into the season, so it's a very, very interesting WVC race that will go through the 2026 season. 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Good cut by Claire Schultz, but the count 0-2. You got Stevens Point and Marshfield, both 3-1. You got Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau West, and DC Everest all 2-2. And Wausau East, who again gave the Warriors a good battle yesterday at 0-4. No balls and 2 strikes. Martini to the plate. Way up high, and that will go to the backstop, and advancing 60 feet to third base will be Thurs. So now, another runner just 60 feet away to get a 4th run across for Wausau West. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout for Amelia Martini in the second out of the inning. So that will leave it up to the Warrior left fielder, Brooklyn Kalmus.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Brooklyn Kalmus.
So looking for that 2-out RBI hit. Martini rocks, fires. Misses low and inside, bounces off the catcher. Here comes the runner and sliding in safely. Good anticipation by Thurs. It did not get too far away from the catcher Van Order, but boy, she broke immediately, and that will make it 4-1 Wausau West. So another pass ball, second pass ball that scores a run for the Warriors in this inning. 1-0 pitch. There's a pop-up, first base side out of play. Strike 1. Again, the wind pushing towards the right field foul pole, blowing across, basically from the left field pole to the right field pole. Here's the 1-1. There's a liner into right field for a base hit. And the throw from right airmails the first baseman, but backing it up is the catcher, Ella Van Order. But a single the other way for Brooklyn Kalmus. And up next, the designated player today for the Warriors, Caitlin Butler. Butler was the winning pitcher yesterday against East. Gave up no earned runs in that 4-1 win. Pitch is up and out of the zone for ball one. 4-1 Warriors, bottom half of the first inning. Martini trying to get out of this frame with no further damage for Pacelli. Followed straight back by Butler. Runner was on the move, but now back to first base goes Brooklyn Kalmus. Count is 1-1. Martini has the target and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a fastball just above the belt. Swinging slightly under it was Caitlin Butler, and the count is 1-2. Van Order again puts down the finger, sets the target. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses on the pitch. Runner on the move. Throw to second, and nobody at the bag, and the ball goes into center field. But staying right there is Brooklyn Kalmus. Another runner in scoring position now for the Warriors with 2 outs. Neither the shortstop, Haley Krzyzewski, or the second baseman, Ella Tess, got to the bag, and that ball went right over the bag on that throw from Van Order. But pushing in from center field was Caden Nelson to keep the runner on second. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second base. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the first inning. For Wausau West, they scored 4 runs on 3 base hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. End of 1. It is Wausau West 4, Pacelli 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks.
Ella Tess.
Top of the second inning, Pacelli coming to the plate, trailing the Warriors by a score of 4-1. Leading things off for the Cardinals will be Ella Tess, and she'll pop up the first pitch. Coming in hard and making a diving grab is Elke, the shortstop. I think that, and it's a good thing that she didn't assume, but I thought that, I think Hintz was going to take it at first, and then she got called off by Jaden Elke, and Jaden made a headfirst dive right near the pitcher's rubber and makes the grab.
Number 4, Vivian Berna.
But that one ended up right in the circle, so I think next time the pitcher needs to take a little bit more control on that pop-up. It was not a high hit pop-up, and it nearly dropped in. It would have been an infield hit. But instead, now Vivian Barrow will step in, and she'll follow the first pitch back for strike 1. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Pacelli. 4 runs on 3 base hits, a pair of errors for Wausau West. No balls and 1 strike. Nora Hintz rocks and deals. That will bounce in there, taken for ball 1. Yesterday in the Valley, besides the Warriors' win over East 4-1, DC Everest held off Wisconsin Rapids 8-7. Rapids had runners on second and third, 1 out, went down by 1 in the 7th as a pitch rolls in there for another ball. But Everest was able to get out of that major jam in the bottom of the 7th and hold on for that 1-run win. And Stevens Point, after their loss against the Warriors on Tuesday, bounced back, handed Marshfield their first conference loss 7-4. There's a liner, but stinged again at shortstop by Jaden Elke. Went to her left, Well, she's been down on the artificial dirt twice already in this inning, but 2 outs for the Pacelli Cardinals.
Now batting the first baseman, number 16, Peyton Zadroit.
And now the number 9 hitter in the Pacelli batting order, first baseman Peyton Zadroit will step in. Fastball in on the inner portion of the plate at the knees for strike 1 called. Nora Hintz, 0-1. Drops down low, evens things up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Scoreboard says 2-0. I think it's 1-1, but we'll see. Here comes Hintz, rock and pitch. Drops down low for a ball. Waiting for the umpire to let us know if the scoreboard's correct. But Nora Hintz toes the rubber, has the target. Here's the pitch. Drops down low, and that is ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hintz takes a moment. Now steps back on the pitcher's rubber. Rocks and deals. That will bounce in there, and that's ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Peyton Zadroit keeps the inning alive for Pacelli. Back to the top of the order, and their center fielder, Caden Nelson.
Now batting number 14, Caden Nelson.
Left-handed batter, Nelson lined out her first time up. Brianne Bouchon was able to snag it at second base. Pitch is down low, scooped up by Jaden Kalmus, but ball 1. 4-1 Wausau West, top half of the second inning. Chilly Friday afternoon. I was expecting a little sunshine, but it has not come yet. There's a pop-up, short left field, coming in foul territory, and a drop in front of Brooklyn Kalmus. It is a foul ball. Count evens up at 1-1. Stepping back in is Nelson. There's a roller towards Bouchon at second base. She'll scoop. She'll flip to first in time. 4-3 on the putout, and that will do it for Pacelli in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base for Pacelli in the top of the second. And a 1.5. It is Wausau West 4, Pacelli 1. This is Wausau West Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Bottom of the second for the Warriors, the right fielder, number 7, Jenna Gravine.
9-1-2 hitters for West in the bottom of the second. 4-1 lead for the Warriors. Jenna Gravine will lead things off. Pitch from Martini is up and out of the strike zone. Ella Van Order gets out of her crouch to snag it. Ball 1. Jenna Gravine, Brianne Bouchon, and then Jaden Elke for the Warriors in the second inning. There's a well-hit ball down the left field side. Curls into foul territory, and trying to get there for the Cardinals, but not able to do so was Hinker, and that's a foul ball. One ball and 1 strike. Gravine, right-handed batter, settles back in. Amelia Martini rocks, fires. Fastball misses just off the inside corner for ball 2. Jenna Gravine, junior for the Warriors, starting in right field today. 2-1. Line drive into center field for a base hit. Well hit ball by Gravine. 4th base hit of the afternoon for the Warriors. And that will bring the top of the order and Brianne Bushong to the plate.
Brianne Bushong.
Brianne Bushong was a walk recipient and came around to score the first Wausau West run in the first. Pitch is up and away for ball 1. 4-1 Warriors. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Slightly open stance in the right-handed batter's box. Martini to the plate. Catches the inside corner for a called strike 1. Warriors will be playing a couple of Valley games next week, and then they have a pair of games in non-conference a week from Saturday. Let you know about that upcoming schedule. 3 of those games next week we'll have. There's a pop-up, first base side, foul territory. Coming over and not able to make the grab in front of the first base dugout was Peyton Zadroik. So another chance here for Wausau West and Brianne Bushong. One ball, then 2 strikes. Amelia Martini has the target. And the pitch. Misses. Runner on the move. Throw down to second. Oh, and a big collision as coming to that ball that was thrown to the right of the bag was the shortstop, Haley Krzyzewski. And there was a big collision between her and the runner, Gravine. That ball tailed towards the base runner. And watching the ball was the shortstop. Trying to get to the bag was the base runner. And it led to a big collision, and both players are down. Again, that was just a case of the ball just tailing away on the throw from the catcher, Van Order. And nothing that either player could really do. That was a case where, again, Krzyzewski was just trying to focus on grabbing that ball, and she was forced to go about 5 feet beyond the second base bag towards first base. And then as she reached for the ball that got there and the base runner got there almost at the same time. And right now they are taking a look into the eyes of the shortstop, Krzyzewski, and still down on her back is Jenna Gravine, talking things over as well with the coach. So rare. Hopefully both will just take a few moments and be okay. Again, that was a very big collision between those two players. And the throw was put into the probably the worst spot for that situation because, again, that throw just was tailing to the first base side of the bag at second base. And Coach Hughes is yelling to the dugout. I think we're going to see a pinch runner here for Gravine as she sits up. And again, it could be a case where, you know, get the wind knocked out of you. Hopefully there's nothing that's as serious. It's just a matter of trying to take a few deep breaths and get back to the feet. So both are sitting up, and that is the good news at this point. In fact, Coach Molsky for the Pacelli Cardinals looking to her left towards Jenna Gravine and the Warrior coaches. I think both are going to be okay. They're both actually talking to each other now, Gravine and Krzyzewski. Just going to take a few moments to get them back, you know, get that breath back. Again, we're playing in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Wausau West with 4 runs in the bottom of the first have a 4-1 lead over Pacelli. And actually, it's going to be interesting to see what the exact call is going to be in this situation because the ball got knocked away. Both players went down. Gravine never got to the bag. I can't think that there would be interference definitely on the runner. Is now getting back to her feet is Jenna Gravine. And it looks like she is going to be okay. Going to walk a little bit slowly off towards the third base dugout. And now getting up as well is Pacelli shortstop Haley Krzyzewski. And she is going to walk slowly towards the first base dugout. So it looks as though Krzyzewski's going to go out of the game at least temporarily. As coming out of the dugout for Pacelli, number 10, Anna Matecki. So it looks like Matecki is going to take over. Well, we have to wait and see. Sometimes we'll see the infield defense shift. Maybe a second baseman goes a short, third baseman as well. So, but it looks like the replacement will be Anna Matecki from the first base dugout for Pacelli. And see who comes out of the third base dugout for Wausau West to run. I'm assuming it's at second base. It's coming out now, and doing the running will be Brooklyn Freiberg for the Warriors. So Brooklyn Freiberg will take over from Jenna Gravine. And if Gravine cannot continue, I'd expect Freiberg to be in right field as well in the next half inning for Wausau West. So at second will be Freiberg, and at shortstop will be Matecki. She's getting a couple of throws to warm up, which is not the easiest thing here today with temperatures, I think, around 55 degrees, and that wind making it feel a little bit cooler as well. So it looks as though we are ready to get back to action. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count on Brianne Bushong. And the right-handed batter will step back in. Amelia Martini is ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. That will be the first out of the inning. That is strikeout number 3 for Amelia Martini. And that will bring up the Warrior shortstop, Jaden Elke. Jaden Elke singled and scored a run in the first, 1 for 1. There's a little squibber towards first base, English on it, but it'll be grabbed at first by Zadroik, and she'll take it 3 unassisted. Advancing to third on the play will be Freiberg.
Now batting the third baseman, Taylor Defner.
The biggest difficulty on that ground ball for Peyton Zadroik was all the English on it, but she was able to fight it, grab it, and get to the bag ahead of Jaden Elke. And that will leave it up to Taylor Defner now for the Warriors. Holds up on the cut. Ball is out of the strike zone, a little bit high, maybe a tad outside, and it is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Amelia Martini's ready. Here's the pitch. Again, holding up, but this time it's a called strike 1. Looking for the 2-out RBI hit is Taylor Defner, Wausau West number 3 hitter, third baseman. Martini fires. Just a little bit low, below the knees for ball 2. 4-1 lead for the Warriors, bottom half of inning number 2. Martini's ready, 2-1. Fouled straight back. That was a good cut by Taylor Defner. Was right on it. Count now, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning, so 2s across the board. Here's the pitch. Change of pace and a ground ball pulled foul third base side. We've seen Martini use that changeup a number of times, and it's been a mixed bag for her so far. Jaden Kalmus did a nice job waiting back on a changeup in her first at-bat for a 2 RBI hit. Again, 2-2. Martini fires. Fastball up and away, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Martini stares in, gets the sign, gets the target. Here's the payoff. Way up high, goes to the backstop, breaking it Freiberg, and she will score on the wild pitch. 5-1, Wausau West. Runner on first, 2 outs for Jaden Kelmus. Number of errant pitches so far for Martini. Couple of pass balls, couple of wild pitches, and the Warriors have been very aggressive in terms of reading those pitches effectively and getting the extra base. There's a flare off to the first base side, out of play. Strike 1. Again, if you have not done so, check out the website, wausauareasports.com. We have write-ups on each of the day's activities. Also, go to the contact section if you have any questions or comments, or if you'd like some information on becoming a sponsor. We need sponsorship. There's a check swing, foul ball, first base side. So again, if you're a business owner or know of a business owner that would be interested in learning more about advertising with us, just go to wausauareasports.com and click on the contact section, fill it out, and I will reach out to you. No balls and 2 strikes on Jaden Kelmus. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball over the screen and out of play. We'll do it again at 0-2. Deep breath just behind the pitcher's rubber from Amelia Martini. She'll toe the rubber and look into her catcher, Ella Van Order. Again, the 0-2. Up and away, runner on the move, and no throw. Head first dive without a play for Taylor Defner. She's in scoring position at second base. So a ball and 2 strikes, and now another RBI opportunity for Jaden Kelmus. She had the 2 RBI hit back in the first. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the Warriors in the second. But the Warriors add a run, 1 run on 1 base hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base. End of 2 innings. It is Wausau West leading Pacelli by a score of 5-1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics.
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Top of the 3rd inning, Pacelli coming to the plate, trailing Wausau West 5-1. And Caitlin Butler has now come into the circle for the Warriors.
For the Cardinals, the shortstop, number 20, Jenna Hinker.
So Butler, who tossed the complete game yesterday against East, will now take over with a 5-1 lead. And Grenna Hinker will lead things off for the Cardinals and take the first pitch for strike 1 called. talking off air with Coach Jamie Hughes before the game. Mentioned that the pitchers just keep getting better and better, and there's a good delivery, good downward movement as that ball got towards the strike zone. Swing and a miss from Hinker. 0-2. Hinker is 1 for 1. She singled in the first and scored the only Pacelli run. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the first out of the inning. So Hinker goes down, and shortstop Haley Krzyzewski will now step in.
Now batting number 10, Anna Matecki.
Oh, actually, excuse me. Krzyzewski got hurt, of course, in that last half inning. And taking her spot is Anna Matecki. Change of pace and a ground ball towards second base. Picked up there by Bouchon. She'll flip to first, and just in time as holding the bag for the Warriors as at first base now for Wausau West. Moving from pitcher to first is Nora Hintz. So a 4-3 put out, and quickly 2 up and 2 down for the Cardinals in the third inning.
Now batting number 18, Amelia Martini.
And now the cleanup pitcher Amelia Martini will come to the plate. Trying to make quick work of Pacelli is Caitlin Butler, and there's a chopper at the plate. There'll be a foul ball, strike 1. But Warriors will play in Marshfield on Tuesday. They'll be back here on Thursday against Wisconsin Rapids. Thursday's game we'll have for you right here on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. And then the Warriors head to De Pere next Saturday. 0-1 pitch, and that's in there at the knees for strike 2 called. Warriors will take on De Pere and West De Pere in a triangular over in De Pere. And we'll have both those games for you as well, a week from tomorrow here on the Wausau Area Sports. 0-2 pitch. There's a little looper towards second, charging and not able to grab it. A little collision then between the pitcher and Brianne Bouchon. But safe at first will be Martini. Hard charge by the Warrior second baseman. Got her mitt on it, but could not hold on, and that will be scored an error on the board. So
Now batting number 33, Ella Van Order.
So a runner on first and 2 outs for the catcher, Ella Van Order. Pitch is a fly ball center field. Claire Schultz right in her tracks will make the call, make the grab, and that will do it for Pacelli in the third. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. End of 2.5.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on.
It is Wausau West 5, Pacelli 1. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Next Tuesday, the Wausau West High School baseball team returns to action in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, traveling to Wisconsin Rapids for a doubleheader. Hear all the exciting action live on Wausau Area Sports, starting with the pregame show at 3:15 and the first pitch of game number 1 at 3:30. Wausau West Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Warrior Diamond Club, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm, and attorney Matt Meyer. It's Wausau West at Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball doubleheader, Tuesday starting with the pregame show at 3:15 on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports. Wausau West coming to the plate in the bottom half of the third inning, leading over Pacelli 5-1. It looks like defensively some changes here for Pacelli, as it looks like Hinker has moved from left field to shortstop,
Number 8, Taylor Murkowski.
and Matecki is now in left field. So, yep, Hinker is at shortstop. And stepping in is Taylor Murkowski for the Warriors. Pitches fall straight back to the screen for strike one. No balls and one strike on Taylor Murkowski. She popped up to the pitcher her first time up. There's a well-hit ball, deep left field, way back near the fence, and it curls foul. So a foul ball will make it 0-2. I think it was not quite on the barrel. I think it got a little bit up the bat a little bit, because it went off the bat hard, but then kind of died as it got to the outfield. Did not go quite as far as I thought it would. Martini, 0-2. There's a pop-up right to my left and out of play. Claire Schultz on deck for the Warriors. Brooklyn Kelmus in the hole. Ready again is Martini. Here's the pitch that will bounce in there about 3 feet in front of home plate. Count goes to 1-2. Right on top of home plate is Taylor Murkowski as she waits. Here's Martini's rock and fire. Hard liner. Actually, again, it sort of went off the bat. And this kind of, again, I don't think it went off the barrel, but it ended up foul down the third base side. Just popping off the bat, but then it sort of faded. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Martini. Here's the pitch. Change of pace, a little out front, but getting a piece of it to stay alive is Taylor Murkowski. Wausau West baseball team is leading against Eau Claire North 3-0 at Carson Park. Bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, and not realizing it went to the backstop was Murkowski. Picked up by Van Order. Fires the first. Not on the base, it appeared, was the first baseman, but they'll say out. So a strikeout for the first out, and that will bring up Claire Schultz, number 6 hitter and center fielder.
Now batting number 15, Claire Schultz.
But again, the Warrior baseball team doubleheader at Eau Claire North today. Leading over North 3-0 as they look for their first win of the season. Pitch is up and away. Ball 1. 5-1 Warriors as we play the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the pitch up and away for ball 2. Claire Schultz is 0 for 1 so far today. She struck out swinging back in the 1st. Martini again is ready. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Wausau West looking to get over 500 overall. They are 6-6 after their wins this week. Pair of wins. 6-6 overall. 2-2 in the conference. 2-1. Change of pace. Ends up inside for ball 3. Pacelli 4-2 overall. Their losses came in a 1-run game against Everest, and they lost by double figures to Medford. They are 3-0 in the CWC. 3-1 pitch. Off the inside corner on a fastball, and that's ball 4.
Now batting number 6, Brooklyn Kelmus.
So a runner on first, 1 out for left fielder Brooklyn Kelmus. Brooklyn hit a single her first time up. She is 1 for 1. Amelia Martini's ready. Square around. Runner on the move. Throw down to second. Again, curls in, but this time the grab was made by Hinker, and she's able to sweep the tag on Schultz, and that'll be a caught stealing for out number 2. But that was similar in a sense to the play that led to the collision. That ball, again, was tailing towards the first base side, but able to make the grab, and a good tag was Hinker. So 2 outs and nobody on base now for the Warriors. 1 ball and no strikes on Brooklyn Kalmus. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was riding up and away, and the count evens up at 1-1. Ready again is Amelia Martini. There's a ground ball, 1 hopper right back to Martini, and she'll flip the first in time, and that will do it for the Warriors in the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. End of 3. It is Wausau West 5, Pacelli 1. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Avery Wawrzynek leading things off for Pacelli in the top of the 4th inning, with Wausau West leading Pacelli by a score of 5-1. Wawrzynek struck out her first time up. She is 0 for 1. Butler to the plate. Fastball rises up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Wawrzynek, Ella Tess, and Vivian Berra, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the Pacelli batting order in the top of the 4th. 1-0. Fastball runs a little bit inside, and that's ball 2. Walk to the back of the circle is Caitlin Butler. Slams the ball into her mitt. Now she's ready to go. 2-0. Fastball just off the inside corner. Trying to frame it is Jaden Kalmus. Does not get the call. Count goes to 3-0. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike 1. Three balls and 1 strike. Swing, a foul tip held on to by Jaden Kalmus. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Battling back from the deep hole is Butler, now trying to finish it off. 3-2 pitch. Misses off the outside corner, and that's ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Wawrzynek, and that will bring up the second baseman, Ella Tess.
25, Ella Tess.
There's a roller back towards the pitcher. Picked up by Butler, goes to first. 1-3 on the putout for out number 1. Advancing to second on the play is Wawrzynek. Puts her in scoring position. As Vivian Berra, the third baseman, will step in. She lined it hard her first time up. Diving to her left to snag it was Jaden Elke at shortstop for the Warriors. Fastball off the inside corner for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Butler to the plate. Ground ball first base side, stays fair, right to the bag. Picked up there by Nora Hintz. 3 unassisted for out number 2. Advancing to third on that play is Wawrzynek. And that will leave it up to the number 9 hitter, first baseman Peyton Zadroik for Pacelli. Pitch is off the inside corner for ball 1. Peyton Zadroik walked back in the second inning. That was her only plate appearance. 5-1 Warriors, top half of the fourth inning. 1-0. Right on the inside corner, taken for strike one. Trying for a second scoreless inning is Warrior second pitcher, Caitlin Butler. Here's the pitch. Catches the top of the zone right at the belt for a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just 1 base hit so far for Pacelli. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Cardinals. 5 runs, 4 base hits, and 3 errors for the Warriors. Here's Butler's pitch. Just off the outside corner, right into the mid of Jaden Kalmus. That's right where she wanted to put it. Just off the corner, but not pulling the trigger was Peyton Zadroik, and the count evens up at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Change of pace and fighting it off. Boy, that was a case where Zadroik was holding back, and then at the very last moment just got the bat on it to stay alive. Looked like she was fooled on that changeup, but keeps it alive at 2-2. Caitlin Butler again looks in towards Jaden Kalmus for the sign and the target. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. Good fastball right after the good changeup, and the Pacelli inning comes to an end. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. End of 3.5. We are halfway through, middle of the fourth inning from Wausau West High School. Wausau West 5, Pacelli 1. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Caitlin Butler leading things off for Wausau West in the bottom of the fourth. Warriors looking to add to a 5-1 lead. Amelia Martini has gone the distance for Pacelli. Butler leading off, number 8 hitter. Pitch is up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Brooklyn Freiberg in the on-deck circle, getting ready for her first AB of the game. Came on after that collision that shook up Jenna Gravine back in the second inning. 1-0. Hard ground ball up the middle into center field for a base hit. So a well-hit ball by Butler to start off the Wausau West fourth. And Brooklyn Freiberg will come up next. Fifth base hit of the game for Wausau West.
Courtesy run for the pitcher, number 12, Carmen Sorensen.
Carmen Sorensen will be the courtesy runner. Some softballs being presented to the home plate umpire. And now the home plate umpire walking over towards the Pacelli dugout on the first base side. But Brooklyn Freiberg, right-handed batter, will settle in. Just a sophomore for the Warriors. Multi-sport athlete for Wausau West. Amelia Martini rocks and deals. In there for a called strike 1. If you joined us late, Warriors got 4 in the first, 1 in the second. Pacelli got their only run in the top of the first inning. Here's the wind and the pitch. There's a pop over the backstop and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Amelia Martini has settled down after that rough start. She came out a little bit wild. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, bounces off the mid-of-van order. Now a throw to first and diving back in safely will be Sorensen. But that is the first out of the Warrior fourth.
Now batting number 1, Brianne Bouchon.
And Brianne Bouchon, leadoff hitter, will step in for West. Freshman who is 0 for 1 but does have a walk and a run scored in this game. That first pitch on the inside corner at the knees for strike 1 called. Again, been very impressed in the games I've been able to watch from this freshman. Really does not look like a freshman. She looks so comfortable out there. Here's the 0-1. And there's a fly ball, short right field. Coming in is Wawrzyniak, and she'll make the grab just inside the foul line in right field for out number 2.
Now batting number 11, Jaden Elke.
And that will leave it up to the Wausau West shortstop, Jaden Elke. Jaden hit a hard single back in the first inning, came around to score a run, and then grounded to the first baseman in the second. 1 for 2. Pitch is down low, runner on the move, throw down to second. Bounces off the mitt of the shortstop, but not far enough away. But the stolen base for Sorensen. Cameron Sorensen now in scoring position for Wausau West. Runner in scoring position for Jaden Elke. Martini's ready. Here's the rock and the pitch. Up and out of the strike zone. Snagged by Ella Van Order, and the count goes to 2-0. Warriors know that this is not a big enough lead. We saw it in our last broadcast against DC Everest when the Evergreens were down 4-1 and came roaring back. There's a chopper towards shortstop. Picked there by Hinker, fires across in time. 6-3 on the putout for out number 3. For the Warriors in the fourth, no runs on 1 base hit. There were no Pacelli errors and 1 runner left on base.
No errors, 1 left on.
And a 4, it is still Wausau West 5, Pacelli 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports. And again, don't forget to check out the write-up on this game and the other games going on today by going every day to wausauareasports.com. You can get the latest news and also get opportunities to see what our upcoming broadcast schedule is as well. That's wausauareasports.com. 5th inning coming up. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thank
14, Caden Nelson.
Top of the 5th, top of the order for Pacelli. And the first pitch from Caitlin Butler is on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Caden Nelson is 0 for 2. She is lined out and grounded out. 5-1. Wausau West. Left-handed batter, right-handed thrower. There's a little pop. Third base side out of play. And quickly, Caitlin Butler up in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Our next broadcast of any sort will be on Tuesday I'll be in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll tell you about this in a moment. Here's the 0-2. On the outside corner, perfectly placed fastball. Really an unhittable pitch. Right at the knees on the corner. Strike 3 called.
Now batting number 20, Jenna Hinker.
So now Jenna Hinker will step in for Pacelli. There's a ground ball right back to Caitlin Butler, able to snag it. Fire to first in time for out number 2. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down for the Cards. And that will bring up
Now batting number 10, Anna Matecki.
Anna Matecki. Again, she came on for the injured Haley Krzyzewski back in the second inning, and she is 0 for 1. Pitch is a fastball just off the inside corner for ball 1. Well, Butler has had a very solid week here for the Warriors. 1-0. Followed back to the screen. 1-1. She closed out the victory in Stevens Point on Tuesday. Tossed a complete game, allowing just 1 unearned run against East yesterday, and now is working her 3rd scoreless inning here against Pacelli. 1-1. Bounces in there, taken for ball 2. But Tuesday, doubleheader baseball. Wausau West at Wisconsin Rapids. Early start, 3:15 for the pregame, 3:30 for the start of game 1. And then we'll have softball on Thursday with Wausau West and Rapids. Good fastball from Butler in there for strike 2 called. But Warriors hosting Rapids next Thursday, 4:15 for the pregame, 4:30 for the first pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. There's a little roller, first base side, goes foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. Should Matecki reach base, Amelia Martini in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Caitlin Butler to wrap up the inning. For Butler, that is strikeout number 4 in 3 innings pitched. 3 up and 3 down for Pacelli in the 5th. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, it is Wausau West leading over Pacelli by a score of 5-1. This is Wausau West High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau Area Sports is more than play-by-play broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Go to wausauareasports.com for the latest news and information involving our high school sports teams, including Wausau West, Newman Catholic, DC Everest, Wausau East, Marathon, Mosinee, and more. It's all at wausauareasports.com. Also, you can contact us there. If you have story ideas or questions, just go to wausauareasports.com and to the contact section. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest information on where we are and what we're covering. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so you miss none of the action. Wausau Area Sports on YouTube, at wausauareasports.com, on Facebook and Instagram. The Wausau area's newest source for information and play-by-play of high school sports. Wausau Area Sports. Taylor Defner leading things off for West in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Warriors holding to a 5-1 lead over Pacelli. Amelia Martini in the circle for the Cardinals. She's ready. Here's the rock in the first pitch of the frame. Fastball misses off the outside corner for ball 1. Defner walked in the first, scored a run. Walked in the second, did not score a run. So 0 for 0 officially. 1-0. Followed straight back to the screen. Evens things up at 1-1. Strong right-handed hitter, Taylor Defner. She's ready. Martini has the sign, has the target. Here's the rock and the pitch. That will miss away. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Martini gave up 4 of the 5 runs that West scored back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. And that is a change of pace that floats in there for a called strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Taylor Defner. Martini's ready. Here's the pitch. And there's a fall back to the screen. Count will remain 2-2. One run, just 1 base hit right now for Pacelli. 5 runs on 5 base hits, 3 errors for the Warriors. And the pitch, change of pace again, and that will get in the doorway towards the third base dugout. Remains 2-2. Wausau West baseball team still leads at Eau Claire North, 3-0. That game is in the 6th inning. Keegan Cruzan is throwing a gem. In fact, Keegan Cruzan is throwing a no-hitter through 5 innings. He struck out 11 in that game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Just my luck. Keegan Cruzan throw a no-hitter after basically doing all the games for the Warrior baseball team up till today. No, I'd love to see it. Change of pace, floats in there to Jaden Kalmus, but misses for ball 1. But again, very impressive for Keegan Cruzan. 3-0 Warriors, top of the 6th at Carson Park. First game of a doubleheader for the Warriors at Eau Claire North. 1-0. Fastball off the outside corner, ball 2. And the sun is showing up, and boy, that makes it feel a little bit better. It's been a chilly afternoon. Finally, we were told it was supposed to be here a lot earlier. 2-0 to Jaden Kalmus. Follows it back to the screen, 2 balls and 1 strike. Open stance for the right-handed batter's box. Jaden had a big 2 RBI hit back in the first and scored a run. She's 1 for 2. Change of pace, floats up and away, and the count goes to 3-1. Martini loves that changeup. Ella Van Order will put down the fingers and set the target. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back again, and the count runs full, 3-2. But again, very glad to be bringing you Wausau West Warrior baseball and softball this spring. And again, for this new project to be successful, we need your support. And if you're somebody that would be willing to be a sponsor, please reach out through wausauareasports.com and the contact section. 3-2 pitch. There will be flared off to the first base side, out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Next week, again, we'll have 3 Wausau West softball broadcasts. Thursday at home against Wisconsin Rapids. Next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, head over to De Pere for a non-conference triangular. Warriors will take on De Pere and West De Pere. We'll have both those games for you, again, here on Wausau Area Sports. Again, the payoff pitch. There's a fly ball center field. Nelson going back, way back, overhead. 1 hop off the fence. Rounding first into second base with a stand-up double is Jaden Kalmus. That ball carried pretty well to deep center field.
Courtesy run for division number 4.
We'll get a courtesy runner.
Now batting number 8, Taylor Murkowski.
And the center fielder, Nelson's coming in. I'm not sure what the issue is, whether or not maybe she needs sunglasses. And now all the outfielders are coming in. And I think that may be the case with the sun showing up. Yep, that's what Nelson wanted. I think that ball got up into the sun a little bit. Ended up over her head and short hopping the fence in deep center field. So the Warriors looking to add to their lead. That was hit number 6 this afternoon. Second hit for Jaden Kalmus. And now Taylor Murkowski will have an RBI opportunity. Amelia Martini toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball towards second base. Pick and a flip to first in time. 4-3 on the putout. Runner does advance 60 feet to second base. And that will leave it up to Claire Schultz.
Now batting number 15, Claire Schultz.
Claire is struck out and walked, so 0 for 1 officially. Martini to the plate. Fastball rises up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Oh, it does. It feels like it got about 5 degrees warmer just feeling the sun. 1-0 pitch. Up and out of the strike zone, and that's ball 2. Taking a moment behind the pitcher's rubber is Amelia Martini. Now she'll toe, look into her catcher, Ella Van Order. 2-0. There's a high pop-up first base side, foul territory. Coming over and making the grab is Peyton Zadroik to end the Wausau West 5th inning. Warriors threaten but do not score. No runs on 1 base hit. There were no Pacelli errors and 1 runner left on base. Heading to the 6th, it is Wausau West leading over Pacelli by a score of 5-1. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports. On Thursday, the Wausau West High School softball team will play host to Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. Hear all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 and the first pitch set for 4:30. Wausau West Softball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matt Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rip Mountain Financial Group. It's Wausau West hosting Wisconsin Rapids in high school softball. Thursday, starting with the pregame show at 4:15, first pitch at 4:30 on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, and WausauAreaSports.com. Amelia Martini leading things off for Pacelli. First pitch from Caitlin Butler, just off the inside corner for ball 1. 5-1. All the scoring came in the first 2 innings. 1 for Pacelli in the top of the first, 4 for West in the bottom of the first, 1 in the second. Liner right to the third baseman and snagged by Taylor Defner for out number 1. Boy, Caitlin Butler is right now in a very good rhythm. Again, gave up no earned runs yesterday in a complete game against East. She's not given up a run or a hit in this one since coming on in the third. Pitch is up and out of the strike zone to Ella Van Order for ball 1. Van Order is 0 for 2. She's reached on an air and flown out to center field. There's a fastball that just misses a tad low, maybe a little bit inside. Right-handed batter waits. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. That'll be flared off to the right field side and out of play. Count now 2-1. Thanks to Tim Freiberg and the Rib Mountain Financial Group for sponsoring today's broadcast of Wausau West Warrior Softball. Tim, of course, been around Wausau West for many years. There's a chopper, third base side. Taylor Defner will pick. She'll fire across and not able. Oh, yes! Getting the tag is Murkowski. As falling down was Van Order after going through the bag, but that is out number 2.
Now bag number 27, Avery Wawriniak.
Little bobble, but then controlling and getting the tag was Murkowski, who is now at first base again. So 2 up and 2 down for the Cardinals, and Avery Wawriniak will step to the plate. Fastball right on the inside corner for strike 1 called. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Up and out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Taking a little stroll to the back of the circle again is Caitlin Butler, but now she's ready. Here's the ride to the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Well, the Warriors closing in on what would be just a terrific week. Again, to get a win in Stevens Point Tuesday, beat the rival Lumberjacks yesterday, and now a good Pacelli team. Just missing, and that's a called ball two. That was very close, maybe just a shade down low. The count evens up at 2-2. Butler working quickly, deals. Just off the inside corner, trying to frame it was Jaden Kalmus, but just a couple of inches off that corner, and that runs the count full, 3-2. That was a good call, right behind home plate, and that one was just a tad in. Here's the payoff. Just getting a piece of it to stay alive is Wawrnick. We'll do it again at 3-2. Wind again pushing towards the right field foul pole, blowing across and maybe slightly in. The sun has found its way behind the clouds again, and that's cooled it off again. We've had nice warm weather for our games and our broadcasts both Tuesday and Thursday. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and another hitless inning for Caitlin Butler as the Cardinals are put down in order in the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. End of 5.5. It is Wausau West 5, Pacelli 1. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Brooklyn Kalmus will lead things off for West in the bottom half of inning number 6. Warriors up 5-1. First pitch swinging, a pop-up second base side. Making the call, making the grab at second for the Pacelli Cardinals will be Ella Tess, and that's out number 1. Keegan Cruzan has still got his no-hitter going for the West baseball team.
Number 14, Ruby Third.
6 innings pitched, no hits, no runs. Warriors lead Eau Claire North 3-0 in that game. And Keegan Cruzan has struck out 13 batters in that game, so he is dealing for the Warriors at Eau Claire North. Warrior baseball team, we had them last night, a 7-5 loss to Marshfield. Lost to East on Tuesday 5-3. So again, West looking for that first win. And I think that's what they need. Boy, get that first one. I think they're going to start coming in bunches for the Warrior baseball team. Ruby Thurs getting an at-bat here for the Warriors. So there's a ground ball third base side. Oh, a good pick made there. Fire across in time. Boy, that was a nice pick at third base by Berra. Went to her left, snagged it, and then a good throw across. 5-3 on the putout.
Now batting number 3
for the second out of the inning. And now Brooklyn Freiberg will step back in for the Warriors. There's a fastball that just misses for ball 1. Again, thought maybe be a little bit higher scoring the way it started. 5-1 in the second, and now it's still 5-1 as we play the bottom half of the 6th. That one will drop down low for ball 2. Again, the Warrior softball team, 2-2 in the Valley. They'll be at 3-1 Marshfield on Tuesday. Here against Rapids, who is 2-2 on Thursday. 2-0 pitch. That'll be popped over the backstop and out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Tuesday, we will be in Wisconsin Rapids for the Warrior baseball team against Rapids in a doubleheader. 3:15 airtime on Wausau Area Sports, and we're back here for Warrior softball against Rapids on Thursday, 4:15 airtime. 2-1, a little pop, third base side coming in and not able to handle it. It's a fair ball. They will say it is a fair ball, as coming in and not able to handle it was Barra. And safe at first, running it out nicely was Brooklyn Freiberg. It will go down as an error, however, on the third baseman. Did not just watch it, got right down the line. And now back to the top of the order here for the Warriors. Swing and a miss. And a pick off, and back is Freiberg at first base. So 2 outs for Brianne Bouchon. 0-1 pitch. Followed back to the screen for strike 2. Martini winds and deals. There's a high pop-up right field side. Coming in, fighting the sun, and able to make the grab was Waverek to end the Wausau West 6th inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and 1 runner left on base.
For the Warriors in the bottom of the
Heading
sixth,
to
no
the
runs, no
7th,
hits,
Warriors
1 error, 1
5,
left on.
Pacelli 1. This is Wausau West Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Ellis Hess leading things off for Pacelli, and the first pitch from Butler is low and inside for ball 1. Ella Tess, Vivian Barra, Peyton Zadroik, 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the Pacelli Cardinal batting order. Pitch is low and inside for ball 2. 2-0 on Tess. She is 0 for 2. She has popped up and also grounded out. And the pitch, there's a looping liner grabbed by Caitlin Butler with a leap for out number 1. She almost misjudged slightly. I think she thought it was going to hit a little bit harder, but she was able then to hold back a moment, then leap and snag it for the first out of the inning. Pitch is a fastball, just a little bit in for ball 1. So Vivian Barra, Vivian Berna, 1 ball and no strikes. Catches the bottom of the zone on the outer portion of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Caitlin Butler's ready. Here's the wind and the pitch. Missed on the release point that time. Goes over the top of her catcher, Jaden Kalmus, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That'll be fouled off to the first base side. Count evens up at 2-2. Peyton Zadroik. First baseman waits on deck for the Cardinals. Strike 3 called. Fastball right down the chute at the knees. And that is the second out of the inning. Six strikeouts
Number 16,
for Caitlin Butler since she came on back in the third inning. And now Peyton Zadroik will step in for Pacelli. Here comes a pitch. And that is inside for ball one. One ball, then no strikes. 5-1 Warriors. There's a roller right back to the pitcher. Picked up by Butler, fires the first in time, and that will do it. What a pitching effort today for the Warriors. Started with 2 innings from Nora Hintz, and then finished off with 5 hitless innings from Caitlin Butler. So the Warriors, they earn themselves a 5-1 win, and they finish off a perfect 3-0 week with wins over Stevens Point, Wausau East, and now Pacelli. We'll come back, have our postgame coming up next. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports and also WausauAreaSports.com. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School Sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department. On Thursday, the Wausau West High School softball team will play host to Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. Hear all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 and the first pitch set for 4:30. Wausau West Softball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matt Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. It's Wausau West hosting Wisconsin Rapids in high school softball. Thursday, starting with the pregame show at 4:15, first pitch at 4:30 on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, and WausauAreaSports.com. And Chad Holmes back again here from Wausau West, where the Warrior softball team earns themselves a nice win here today. They defeat the Pacelli Cardinals by a score of 5-1. Most of the action occurred early on. In fact, the Warriors scored 4 times in the bottom of the first inning after Pacelli had scored in the top of the first. Pacelli scored in that first inning to take a 1-0 lead. But then the Warriors were able to score 4 times in the bottom of the inning. Brianne Bushong led things off with a walk. That was followed by Jaden Elke, who singled. Taylor Defner walked. A run came in on a pass ball to tie it up at 1-1. Then Jaden Kalmus had a 2 RBI single that scored both Elke and Defner to make it 3-0. And then Kalmus would score eventually on another pass ball to finish off that 4-run inning. Then the Warriors added 1 more run in the bottom of the second inning. Jenna Gravine led off with a single. Then she stole second base, but there was a collision between her and the Pacelli shortstop, as a big collision with Haley Szejewski. The throw was tailing towards the first base side of the bag. The ball and the 2 players all arrived at the same time. There was a collision. Both players had to leave but it did appear that they were both going to be okay, that they both had to leave the game, but they were able to walk off under their own power. The Warriors eventually scored on another wild pitch, and it made it 5-0. I should say made it 5-1. And then at that point in the top of the third inning, Caitlin Butler came to the plate and came to the circle, I should say. And she came on, and then she pitched just stellar softball the last 5 innings. When she came on, she faced 2 above the minimum. One of the Pacelli batters who reached base reached in an error. And then she also walked 1. But other than that, nothing. 6 strikeouts, no hits, no runs in 5 innings for Caitlin Butler. And the Warriors win it by a score of 5-1. So the Wausau West Warriors are now 7-6 overall. They are 2-2 in the Valley as they get back to conference play coming up on Tuesday when they travel to Marshfield to take on the Marshfield Tigers as they try to continue their winning ways and extend their conference win streak to 3 games in a row. We will be covering baseball on Tuesday. I'll be over in Wisconsin Rapids with the Wausau West baseball team as they take on Lincoln in a doubleheader. And the Warriors and Wisconsin Rapids, 3:15 for the pregame, 3:30 for the first pitch on Tuesday right here on Wausau Area Sports. That's a doubleheader. And then on Thursday, we'll be back here at Wausau West as the Warrior softball team will play host to the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. And that game we will have for you starting at 4:15 with the pregame and 4:30 for the first pitch. So that's all coming up next week. We'll have Wausau West softball Thursday, and we'll have Wausau West softball on Saturday as well when they go over to De Pere to take on De Pere and then West De Pere in a triangular. So again, lots to look forward to next week in terms of our coverage of Wausau West athletics. An update from Carson Park in Eau Claire. The no-hitter for Keegan Cruzan was broken up in the 7th inning. That's a tough break as, boy, Keegan Cruzan, he's pitched 6 1/3 innings in that game. And he has struck out 14 batters. And the Warrior baseball team leads over Eau Claire North by a score of 3-0. But North does have runners on first and second with 1 out in the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th in the first game of a doubleheader. So again, what an outstanding performance for Keegan Cruzan in that game for Wausau West against Eau Claire North. 3-0 Warriors lead over the Huskies in game 1 of that twin bill in the bottom of the 7th inning. But here today, it is the Wausau West Warriors winning their 3rd straight here this week, defeating the Pacelli Cardinals by a score of 5-1. Thanks to our sponsors, without whose help we could not bring you Wausau West Warrior High School softball here on Wausau Area Sports. And again, check out the website later on this evening. We'll have a complete write-up of this game and the other action going on in high school athletics, including that Wausau West baseball doubleheader. But again, go to wausauareasports.com, and you can also check out our upcoming broadcast schedule and a whole bunch more as well. But I am Chad Holmes from Wausau West High School, where the Warriors defeat Pacelli by a score of 5-1. Thanks for joining us for Wausau West softball on Wausau Area Sports. This has been Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau West softball has been brought to you by the Cloverbell Credit Union since 1936. Local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Thanks for joining us for Wausau West Warrior High School softball on your home for Warrior sports, Wausau Area Sports, and WausauAreaSports.com.